Dear students, in the last class we were discussing substitution method of solving pair of linear equations in two variables. In that we had completed the first main of exercise 3.3. Today let us discuss the remaining problems in that exercise, that is exercise 3.3. The first problem is you are asked to solve equations, that is by substitution method only, and you are asked to find the value of m. Solve 2x plus 3y is equal to 11 and 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 4, and hence find the value of m, for which y is equal to mx plus 3. Another relation is given. Using this you have to find out the value of m. First you have to find out the value of x and y by substitution method, and you have to substitute the values of x and y in this relation, and you can easily find out the value of m. Let me write the equations first. 2x plus 3y is equal to 11. I call this one as 1. 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 24. I call this one as equation 2. So I have to express the value of one variable in terms of the another. 2x is equal to 11 minus 3y. X equals 11 minus 3y by 2. I call this relation as 3. So substitute the value of x in the equation 2, because this has been derived from 1, and that value of the variable should be substituted in another equation. So let me write 11 minus 3y by 2 in the place of x. 11 minus 3y by 2 minus 4y is equal to minus 24. Here 2 get cancelled. 11 minus 3y minus 4y is equal to minus 24. 11 minus 7y is equal to minus 24. Minus 7y is equal to minus 24 minus 11. So minus 7y is equal to minus 35. Y is equal to minus 35 by minus 7. Y is equal to 5. So substitute this value of one variable in the relation 3, equation 3. So x you can find out, substitute in 3. So x equals 11 minus y is how much? 5 by 2. So 11 minus 15 by 2, that is equal to minus 4 by 2, that is equal to minus 2. So x is equal to minus 2. So now what you have to do is, you are not asked to find out the value of x and y, you are asked to find out the value of m. But to find the value of m, you need to know the values of x and y. So let me substitute the values of x and y in this relation. Y is equal to mx plus 3. Y is how much? 5 is equal to x is minus 2 plus 3. So 5 is equal to minus 2m plus 3. Let me transpose. 2m is equal to 3 minus 5. So 2m is equal to minus 2. M is equal to minus 2 by 2. M is equal to minus 1. Now let us move on to the third main. See, some statement problems are given in the third main. So you have to form linear equations first. Then you have to solve by substitution method. The difference between two numbers is 26. The difference between two numbers is 26, and one number is 3 times the other. So one is bigger and another one is smaller. Find them. So read the problem once again. There are two numbers. One is 3 times the other, and the difference between those two numbers is 26. The difference between the numbers is 26, and one number is 3 times the other. Find them. So let one number, or you can say let the greater number be x, and the smaller one be y. This is greater and this is smaller. So the difference is 26. The difference between the numbers is 26. That is x minus y is equal to 26. So we have one equation now. Another comparison given. One number is 3 times the other. So the larger one number is 3 times the other. So x is equal to 3y, greater one. So that greater one is 3 times the smaller one. So we have two equations now. And here already it is given the value of one variable is expressed in terms of another variable. So directly we can substitute the value. So substitute the value of x in 1 equation 1. So x minus y is equal to 26. How much is x? 3y minus y. In the place of x I have written 3y minus y is equal to 26. So 2y is equal to 26, y is equal to 26 by 2, y is equal to 13. Now substitute the value of y is equal to 13. Substitute y is equal to 13 in relation to, you will get x. X is equal to 3y. X is equal to 3 into 13. So x equals 39. So the greater number is 39 and the smaller one is 13. See, one is 3 times the other. The greater one, 39. 13, 3 is 39. This is 3 times this number. And the difference between these two is 26. 39 minus 13 gives you 26. So let us move on to the next. The larger of two supplementary angles. The larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. Find them. So there are two angles. It is evident. Read this one. You can make out. There are two angles. They are supplementary. That means their sum is 180 degree, and one is greater than the other. Or which one? The one is greater than the other by 18 degree. So let the greater angle be X and the smaller one be Y. It's given that they are supplementary angles. Therefore, X plus Y is equal to 180. So one relation. Another relation. The larger exceeds the smaller by 18. The larger exceeds the smaller by 18 degree. So the larger means X is 18 degree more than Y. So here also directly it is given the value of one variable is expressed in terms of another. Directly you can substitute 2 in 1. So substitute the value of X in 1, you will get linear equation in one variable. So first equation is X plus Y is equal to 180. In the place of X, how much I have to write? Y plus 18. The place of X, I have written Y plus 18. Plus Y is equal to 180. Y plus Y, 2Y is equal to 180 minus 18. 2Y is equal to 10 minus 8, 2, 7 minus 1, 162. So Y is equal to 162 by 2. So Y is equal to 81 degree. So substitute this value in relation to, you will directly get the value of X. So X equals Y plus 18. X equals, in the place of Y I have to write 81 plus 18. X equals 99. So one is greater than the other and it is greater by 18 degree. That is 81 plus 18 is 99. If we add these two, you will get 180 because they are supplementary angles. Now, third one. The coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3,800. Later, she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for rupees 1,750. Find the cost of each bat and each ball. Dear students, we already did 2 such problems. Here we are doing the same but using substitution method, that's all. You are asked to find the cost of each bat and each ball. Total cost of 7 bats and 6 balls is 3,800. Similarly, total cost of 3 bats and 5 balls is 1,750. You are asked to find out the cost of each bat and each ball. So let the cost of each bat be rupees X and the cost of each ball be rupees Y. What is given here? The cost of 7 bats and 6 balls is rupees 3600. Cost of 7 bats plus cost of 6 balls is equal to 3800. See, she buys 7 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3800. 3800. So if the cost of 1 bat is X, what would be the cost of 7 bats? 7X. Cost of 1 ball is Y. Cost of 6 balls is 6Y. Is equal to 3800. I call this equation as 1. Similarly, cost of 3 bats and 5 balls. Cost of 3 bats plus cost of 5 balls is equal to 1750. 3 bats, that is 3x. Cost of 5 balls, 5y, is equal to 1750. I call this as 2. So let us solve this equation by substitution method. So first what you have to do is express the value of one variable in terms of another. Any one of these two equations can be selected. Let me take the first equation. 7x plus 6y is equal to 3800. So 7x is equal to 3800 minus 6y. X is equal to 3800 minus 6y by 7. I call this one as 3. Substitute 3 in. I have derived the value of x from 1. So substitute the value in the remaining 1. That is the equation 2. Substitute 3 in 2. That is 3x plus 5y is equal to 3x plus 5y is equal to 1750. 3x plus 5y is equal to 1750. So in the place of x, I have to write, how much I have to write? 3800 minus 6y by 7. So 3 into 3000 so let me substitute the value of x. How much is x? 3800 minus 6y by 7. 3800 minus 6y by 7 plus 5y is equal to 1750. What you can do is you multiply the three terms by the LCM. Here the LCM is 7. When you multiply the first term by 7, 7 get cancelled. So remaining is 11,400. 3 into 3,800 plus into minus 3 6 are 18y plus. So the first term we have multiplied by 7 and we have multiplied there. You can 7 get cancelled and we have multiplied the remaining two factors. Now multiply the second term by 7. 7 5s are 35y. Here also I have to multiply by 7. It is like 3 into 3800 minus 6y by 7 into 7 plus 5y into 7 is equal to 1750 into 7. 7 get cancelled. I have multiplied these two and next we have to multiply these two, that is 7 into 5y 35y. Next I have to multiply 1750 by 7. $12,250. So 11,400 Here it is plus 17y is equal to 12,250. 17y is equal to 12,250 minus 11,400. 17y is equal to 0, 5, 12 minus 4, 8, 11 minus 11, 0. So y is equal to 850 by 17. Y is equal to 50. What is y? Cost of each ball is rupees 50. Now I have to find out the cost of each bat. So that is x. X is equal to 3,800. It is already there. Substitute y is equal to 50 in equation 3. In equation 3, x equals 3,800 minus 6y by 7. That is 3,800 minus 6. In the place of y I have to write 50 by 7. 3,800 minus 300 by 7. 3,800, that is 3,500 by 7. That is 500. So the cost of that is rupees 500. Cost of each ball is rupees 50. So we can write here the cost of each ball is rupees 50. The cost of each bat is rupees 500. Next, fourth problem. So let me read the problem. The taxi charges in a city consists of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. The taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. For a distance of 10 kilometer, the charge paid is rupees 105, and for a journey of 15 kilometers, the charge paid is rupees 155. What are the fixed charges and the charge per kilometer? How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometers? Students, you might have familiar with this. We give minimum charge for an auto, and afterwards we have to pay for the charge for the distance covered. So here let us consider, let the fixed charge be rupees X and charge per kilometer be rupees Y. The fixed charge be rupees X and the charge per kilometer be rupees Y. For a distance of 10 kilometer, how much a person have to pay? He has to pay rupees 105 for a distance of 10 kilometer. That means first he has to give rupees X plus for 10 kilometers 10Y. So for a distance of 10 kilometers. For a distance of 10 kilometers, the charge paid is rupees 105. Let me write in the form of equation. For 10 kilometers, how much he has to give? X, that is fixed charge, plus for 1 kilometer it is Y, for 10 kilometers it is 10Y. So a person has to give X plus 10Y. X plus 10Y is equal to 105. For a distance of 15 kilometer, the charge paid is rupees 155. So how much a person has to give? Fixed price X plus for 15 kilometers 15Y, because per kilometer rupees Y. For 15 kilometers 15Y plus X, that is fixed charge. So X plus 15Y is equal to 155. We call this one as equation 2. So let me solve this. So X from 1. X equals 105 minus 10Y. Substitute this value of X in equation 2. X in 2. So the second equation becomes a linear equation in one variable. In the place of X, how much I have to write? 105 minus 10Y. Remaining I have to write as it is. 15Y is equal to 155. So 105 plus 5Y is equal to 155. So 5Y is equal to 155 minus 105. 5Y is equal to 50. Y is equal to 10. So per kilometer, a person has to give rupees Y. So now we can find out the fixed price. So this one, we can call this one as 3. Substitute Y in equation 3. So we can find out the fixed value. 105 minus 10 into 10. So X equals 105 minus 100. X equals 5. So rupees 5 is fixed charge, and per kilometer it is rupees 10. You are asked to calculate how much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometer. For a distance of 25 kilometers, a person have to pay X plus 25Y. X is fixed price and he has traveled 25 kilometers, so 25Y. How much is X? 5 plus 25 into 10, that is 5 plus 250, that is 255. Rupees 255. Now, fifth one, a fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and the denominator. If 3 is added to both the numerator and the denominator, it becomes 5/6. Find the fraction. Find the fraction. If 2 is added to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 9/11. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 5/6, and you are asked to find that fraction. So, let the numerator be x and the denominator be y. Therefore, the fraction is x by y. Let me add 2 to both numerator and denominator. So x plus 2, y plus 2 is the required fraction. If 2 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 9/11. So let me cross multiply this. 11x plus 22 is equal to 9y plus 18. 11x plus 22 is equal to 9y plus 18. So 11x minus 9y plus 22 minus 18 is equal to 0. So 11x minus 9y plus 4 is equal to 0. So one equation. Another one. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, so to this fraction we have to add 3. So if 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5/6. Once again, I have to cross multiply. 6x plus 18 is equal to 5y plus 15. 6x minus 5y plus 18 minus 15 is equal to 0. 6x minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. Equation 2. 6x minus 5 plus 3 equals 0. So now we have to solve the equations, solve these equations by substitution method. 11x minus 9y plus 4 equals 0. 1. 6x minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. This equation is equation 2. This is equation 1. So 11x from 1. 11x is equal to 9y minus 4. So x equals 9y minus 4 by 11. 9y minus 4 by 11. I call this one as 3. Substitute x in 2. Because it has been derived from 1, we have to substitute in the other one. So the other is 6x minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. 6 into 9y minus 4 by 11 minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. Here once again multiply the whole equation by 11. So first, in the first case what happens, 11 get cancelled. 6 into 9y minus 4. When we multiply this by 11, it becomes 55y plus 33 is equal to 0. 54y minus 24 minus 55y plus 33 is equal to 0. So 54y minus 55y is minus y plus how much? 33 minus 24. Plus 9 is equal to 0. So minus y is equal to minus 9y is equal to 9. So the value of one variable, that is y, is 9. Now substitute y is equal to 9 in 3 to get the value of another variable. X equals 9y minus 4 by 11. So x equals 9 into y is how much? 9 minus 4 by 11. X equals 81 minus 4 by 11. X equals 77 by 11. X equals 7. So what is x here? We have to write the fraction. Therefore, the required fraction is x by y, in the place of x you have to write 7. In the place of y you have to write 9. 7 by 9. This is the required fraction. Dear students, one more problem is there, that is the last one. We have already did one such problem. Try to do the remaining one in this exercise. 5 years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? Already we did one problem. So solve this problem which is given in exercise 3.3. Thank you. Have a nice day.